there's a lot of emphasis today on mixing and how to improve your mixes, how to get the best mix possible. And although mixing is fun, it really only exists because of one specific reason. The song was recorded. Now, the foundation in our home studios for you and for me is recording. And while recording, sure, it has its fundamentals involved, especially things like getting it right at the source. It all comes back to taking your idea and sticking a microphone in front of it. I issued a challenge a couple weeks ago to do just that. The rules are simple. Record and release a new song by May 27th. If you want to join me in this challenge, because I'm doing this challenge also, head to floodwaterstudios.com/challenge and sign up to be a part of that. I think it's going to be amazing. Today I want to share with you 3 things that will help you dominate any recording session. The first thing is know your parts. Recording off the cuff is one way to do things, and I've done plenty of times the write as you record idea for things, and sure, you can get pretty great results. I've gotten great results, but within that process, writer's block, musician's block, it's a real thing, and it can be pretty frustrating. But having things worked out for your tune ahead of time is kind of like having framework for a house. The structure is there, but it also leaves room for creativity and embellishments along the way. Keeping the end goal in mind here will help you avoid those rabbit holes that we tend to find ourselves in that may not actually suit the song in the end, but hey, they also might. So don't be afraid to explore. Have your ideas while recording. It's still just about having fun. The second thing that can help us dominate any recording session is setting your session up ahead of time. Inspiration, it can strike at any time, and it's good to somehow capture that melody or that lyric in the moment. For me, I use voice memos on my phone, so if I'm not in the studio, I grab that, hit record, and sing or hum or something into that just so I can remember it and bring it back in the future. The spontaneity that life gives us, it's amazing at times, and we need to have something in place to take advantage of that. But on the flip side, scheduling time in your studio specifically to work on a tune or bring your ideas together and start creating is crucial for 2 specific reasons. Number 1, it allows you to create an action plan for your recording session. And number 2, it forces us to actually get in the studio and create something. And once we're forced to do that, magic can start to happen. Now, thinking things out ahead of time for your session, the number 1 thing for that is anticipating your session. Anticipating your session is going to save you that needed brain power on the day of recording. And what I mean by that is simply open your DAW, maybe the day before, night before, add in the tracks that you think you're going to need to either start with or tracks that you want to add eventually, and then route everything. Get everything set up so it's ready to go on the day of recording, that you just need to plug in and press record and you're off to the races. The third thing to help you dominate any recording session is collaborate with other musicians. It's taken me a long time to say this, but I am a drummer first. I play drums on all of my songs, but my nephew is a much better guitar player, and he plays most of the guitars on my songs. Could I do it? Yeah, sure. Would it sound the same? Tonally, maybe, but he has a very different approach to things, especially like chord shapes and variations that just make things stand out completely differently compared to what I would do. It's important to note here, don't let your ego hold you back from releasing the best music you possibly can. Allowing yourself to bring others in along for this ride gives you 3 specific things also. 1, it gives you freedom to focus on your strengths. Number 2, it gives you the ability to hear other creative options that you may not have thought about. And number 3, which for me is pretty important also, is it gives the chance to allow those that you're working with to benefit from your music on a much more personal level. In turn, it's going to create something that more people are going to be able to connect with as well. I hope this inspires you to get in the studio and work on new music, or pull up that old session that you never finished, call that buddy that you know will be perfect for that project, and get together and create something amazing. Either way, let's just create great music and have fun in the process. Again, if you want to join me on that Memorial Day single challenge, head to floodwaterstudios.com/challenge. I'd love to hear what you guys come up with, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Now go record something. See ya.